Hello guys, out here on a walk right now. I want to ask a question. Forgive me if I'm breathing heavy. I just left the gym, so I had to work out there, and now I'm walking through almost deep knee, well, sometimes deep knee snow. So it's quite a workout. But I have a question. Why don't they teach us this in school? Why don't they teach this in school? Teach us this, teach everybody this. What is this that I'm talking about? That you are perfect the way you are. That your true being, the nature of yourself, everybody's nature, is exactly the way it's supposed to be. How it is, with nothing added, and nothing taken away. You need nothing more. You don't need to strive for more. You don't need to reach a destination. You'll never reach it, by the way. Why don't they teach us this in school? A little insight to my family's life. We're homeschooling. We are homeschooling. Hey, that's just our opinion. That's our preference. Nothing against anybody else. Nothing against anybody else's preference or anybody in school. It's not possible for everyone. We're choosing to homeschool because, number one, well, I don't want to turn this into this type of stuff, but I'll just leave it at this. I'm excited to teach my son what he can't learn in school. That's all I want to say. I don't want to turn this into fighting or anything like that. But it's sad. It's sad they don't teach this in school. It's sad they don't teach us, even on a basic level. Why don't they teach us how to deal with emotions? I never got taught on how to deal with emotions. You know? Do you know how much evil comes in this game we play? Just because people can't understand their emotions and what emotions are at the core? How much hate there is? Division? Why is the default setting of this game to see us all as individuals, rank us by status like Call of Duty, build your ranking up, prestige a few times? I used to play that game. But why? Oh, it's sad. It's sad. I'm sure some of you have to agree, right? They don't even teach us to deal with our emotions, to understand them. Teach us to deal with thoughts, to understand them. Stories, to understand them, the nature of them, the nature of who we are. They just shove down our throats, have us sit down and not move. I'm not speaking to every school, it may be different, but this is just what I experience in a public school system. Sit down here, memorize this, and be quiet. Hate going kills the creativity, kills the beauty of the game actually that we play. The beauty of the game is not never noticed. Do you know how bad I hated school? Do you know how much I dreaded waking up and how much it believed to kill inside of who I believed I was? I don't want my son to experience that. I want my son to know his true source. He's too little to understand now. But have you ever noticed the nature of a child? We give them a name, right? Listen, some of this is just the way it has to be. Okay, you probably gotta give a child a name. Okay, and then you gotta teach your child, these are the arms, these are the hands, the legs, this bone's connected to that bone, the ABCs. So you gotta teach them the game. But at a certain level, a certain age, when they reach that certain level, you gotta have them transcend that game quicker than I had to. Not by telling him what to believe, but by pointing him to his experience. The one-on-one talks to help him understand so he doesn't get lost within all of the game. So he believes he is the game and that the game is all there is. The one-on-one talks that I'm going to have with him to point him to his experience about the here, the now, all that ever is, and that this is him. This moment is where our energy and creativity is from. It's only in this moment. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I've told my son at 4 years old that time isn't real. That there is no real time. We cannot find that in experience. There's a concept of time. But I'll point him to that. It's all experience. It's not something, I'm not telling him this is his religion, this is the way it has to be. No. I'm just going to share this with him. Let him know that he has the ability to tap into a beautiful potential that is not bound by the rules and limits of this so-called world. There's nothing that he has to operate. He doesn't have to operate on this level. He doesn't. He doesn't have to have his energy drained. He doesn't have to have his vibration be low. I spent too much time there. Guys. And I speak this because I'm passionate about it. And I'm sharing it with you guys. I spent so much time there. And the one thing that I can do as a father is teach my son this. Teach my son this. Oh. And that's what makes me a successful father. But even believing in a successful father, we know that ain't real. It's just another story. Anyways, why don't they teach us this? Why don't they teach us on the most basic level how to at least operate as a human being and deal with emotions and the emotions that we face? It's sad. And I hope by one person teaching, pointing, and another person pointing, I hope that we can wake the world up one day. But that would take a lot of work. It just would. It just would. I just wanted to ask that question. Why don't they teach us this in school? It's a shame. It's because I don't think they even know. I don't think it's known by many. I think they believe, by no fault of themselves, that this is all there is. They're born, and then they die, and they go to a heaven or hell, or they just die. How sad. Limited to a beginning and to an end. Limited to something as the form of the body. It's not how it is, guys. We are not limited. We are the knowing being that allows everything to be known. And at our core, just the way we are the source of life. We are the energy. We are the happiness. Pure happiness. Pure I can't even find more terms. Just touch it. Go into your experience and touch it and see that there's nothing more. Thank you guys for joining me on this walk. Oops. Pardon me. Forgive me for that. Give you a look around. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.